73. We are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Buffalo Bills. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. You look at the Saints defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge it? This is going to be fun.
And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
319!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. This is Coleman with a grab. And he's going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bills at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
From midfield, here's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, that's one way, and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. To the air, Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
52. Here we go.
Allen to throw once more. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
looking to put a drive together.
Set, ready, set.
They begin with a run by Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Buffalo defense, they're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you get hit in all phases.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. Here's 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40.
Set. Smith, right, block 40. Cut.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Ready?
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Ready, ready. 52,
and they'll send the slot in motion left.
Hut, hut.
Now Rattler. They set up the screen to Miller. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Ready,
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
6, 45. Ready.
Throwing is Rattler. And that is incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Ready, ready.
A first down carry now for Miller. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Ready. 50, green. Set, run.
Again, it's Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd and 4.
Cycle. Set, ready. Black, 95, ready.
To the air is Rattler. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Here we go. Shoot. Yellow. Lead up. Black 40.
On 4th down, here's Rattler. He'll try to do it himself. And it'll be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
Partner, you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. He keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And some room to work. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Here's Rattler. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield, because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space, as they did right there.
Here's Allen to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Left side, Cook. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Allen now looks to throw. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Here we go, set.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So no gain on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
Ready, ready. 3:52 blue.
Rattler wants to throw it. Open man is tipped him. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Allen off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
From the gun, it's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Allen. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Yonasanker. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Middle. What's that?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman from 8 yards out. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's completed right side to Palmer. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Palmer going in motion right. Rattler working out of the gun. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Did not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Red, yellow, green.
From the gun, here's Rattler. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Palmer. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Palmer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And a point after, good by Groupie. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Saints 7.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And they're on 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
Middle.
Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
Set to kick off.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulting in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Now it's Miller running right. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
2nd and 11. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. From the shotgun, Rattler. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll go. Here's Rattler. Here's Johnson with a reception. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
It's a gain of 2.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Alert! Regular. Look out.
To throw, it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
That's good for the Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 32 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Allen going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Firing quickly as Allen. That's complete. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
What's that?
Now Allen again. And it's caught. Able to hold it to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
3-9. Hey, tight. Out. Half. What's that?
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Ready.
Running here is Taysom Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Inside handoff now, Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd
On 3rd down, Miller. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Come on, set. 60 red. Blue striker. Cut.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Rattler. Back to Kamara for another catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler. It's complete on a bubble screen. That's Palmer. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set. Claude red. Black blue. Black shot.
To the air is Rattler. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bills are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance, and then they end up winning this game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Allen now on the option right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down.
Alert! Alert! I need it!
Here's Allen to throw it. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Here, he's past the 30.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
For the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10
Here we go. Here's the
46-yard line.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18.
And they'll go on the ground. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Taken down back at the 42.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. No reason reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
First down, Saints.
Rattler wants to throw it. Open man is Tipton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
First down. It's a gain of 20. First down, New Orleans.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slob their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun again to Davis. And he will have a Bills 1st down, and that should be that. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the 1st quarter.
They were gone in the 1st quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop it.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for Buffalo, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem the